So this is Frederico. Everyone called him Freddy, right?
Yes.
How old are you?
11.
11. So Freddy, I would like to tell everyone why we ended up at Ronald McDonald's house. What happened to us 11 years behind? 11 years ago, what happened to us? So 11 years ago, I was married in Australia, and my marriage broke up in a very hard situation. So I went back to Brazil. When I arrived there, I didn't have anything apart from Freddie in my belly. That was a very difficult time for me, and what happened that Fred was born extremely premature. So how big were you when you were born?
900
Grams.
grams.
Yeah, this is not even a pound. So Fred was tiny, 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 and they said, well, he cannot breathe. We will put in incubator and ventilation and everything. I didn't know about premature babies and what would happen. And I woke up because they sedate me. And I said, where's my baby? And they said, no, you cannot see your baby now because it's 3 a.m. You have to wait until 6 a.m. And I said, how come? I just want to see my baby. No, you cannot. Then I went to the neonatal intensive care, and a lady, a doctor, was leaving, signing up her log sheet. And then I said, look, I came here to see my baby. And she said, sorry, it's 3 a.m. You have to go back 6 a.m. And I said, no, sorry me, but I will go there. And she said, no, you cannot go because I have to tell you what happened. Your son is in a condition that only 5% of babies in their circumstance will survive. And he's not breathing, he's on ventilation, his temperature is dropping a lot. We don't know if there is a problem with the incubator or if it's the problem with him and the blood and blah, 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 blah. I didn't hear anything. I said, look, I just make you one question. It's on that door, my son is there? And she said, yes. Okay, so I went. I opened those double doors, and was two nurses carrying an incubator. And I said, is the incubator that you are exchanging? They said, yes. Oh, so this is Freddie. Yes, this is Freddie. So then I said, what did I say? Well,
welcome to the world.
Yes, welcome to my world, Freddie. That's so good that you already start to live with me. And outside, who I said was there?
My grandpa,
Father,
uncle,
cousins.
girl.
Yes, I said, Fred, your father, your grandpa, grandmother, your cousins, everyone is outside waiting for you to leave this place. And then I was very enthusiastic talking, and then the nurse said, look, you have to go. You shouldn't be here. It's closed and we have to change the incubator. He's not well. And I didn't hear anything. So past that situation, we were there for 3 months. Lots of things happened. For example, he had sepsis, he had bleeding in his brains, he had pneumonia, he had blood transfusion, and each day were very difficult. And they don't allow the mother to stay at the neonatal intensive care. So I had few days to stay in my car. So, and then in the end, Fred reached 1 kilo and 800 grams. I think it's like 1 pound. And they said, now he's able to go home with you. It was just me and Fred as a single mother. Very scary. I didn't know what would happen. But anyway, I was so happy that I told the nurse, should I use fireworks outside? And she said, are you crazy? This is hospital area, it has to be silenced. all right. And then she said, look, but I have something to tell you. Do you remember the day Fred was born? You were arrived inside the intensive care and you start to talk to him saying, you are welcome. Oh, there are a lot of people outside. And I said, yes, I would never ever forget this day. And how do you remember that? And she said, I remember because I was the one there. And I said, oh, that's incredible. And she said, no, incredible is the reaction of Fred. Fred starts to build up temperature, the heartbeat, everything started to be normal. He couldn't breathe. Of course, we had to put him on ventilation. But anyway, he survived. I have to tell you, he was dying. And after listening your voice, what you said to him, he changed it completely. My colleague said, it looks like another kid. Anyway, years passed and we've been through so many situations. And Fred had cerebral palsy as the consequence. And so he couldn't walk. When he was 3 years old, only crawling, I found here in Largo a very powerful physical therapy called TheraSuit. Maybe some of you know about it. Then in Brazil, they were already applying the physical therapy, but there was the price of like selling a car to have 1 month experience. So I start to look at the internet, how can I go to this place? How can I apply for that? And I said, how come me, as a single mother, go to the United States and stay there for 4 weeks to try this method and live there for a month? And then someone told me, what about Ronald McDonald's house? And I said, well, in Brazil, Ronald McDonald's house are focused on cancer patients. I don't know. Then I called, I looked the nearest, it's this one, St. Pete, and I called and Jody answered the phone. And then I asked, would I be able to stay there with my son? And she said, sure. Call me one day in advance and then we will confirm with you. We can't take reservations. So we start to come here. And Fred started from crawling. He went to, what happened?
And I going to the walker.
Frame walker.
To the frame walker.
Uh-huh. And then
And
next year you changed the walker for
the
two canes.
And now
we will see what is going on,
yeah.
right? And Fred, what would you say to everyone here? What's the good part of the Ronald McDonald's house, being there?
Because he has lots of friends.
Yeah.
Because he has lots of friends.
Mm-hmm. What else? What else you most enjoy being there?
Video games, TV, comfortable bed.
Yeah. Well, before going to sleep, we always thank God for our day. And usually he says, oh, Mom, this is such a comfortable bed. And then we say, yeah, we have to be thankful for the water we drink today. We had a shower in a clean water. We had a bath. We are sleeping in a double bed.
Yeah.
Clean sheets.
Yes.
And beautiful food, right?
Yes.
Sometimes pizza, sometimes ice cream.
Yes.
What else? It's in terms of food. What else is
hamburger.
Good? Hamburgers,
Hot dogs.
hot dogs,
Pizza.
pizza. Uh-huh. And what is not good being there?
Because you lost your friends.
Yeah, we get attached to everyone there. It's actually our home, far from home. But then when they are healed, they have to go home. So he feels like losing friends. But we are in touch with all of them. Thank God there is internet. So we are in touch with everyone through Facebook, WhatsApp and things like that. Instagram. So we are in touch with people from Peru, from Bolivia, from Brazil, and who else?
From
South Africa. And another thing it's really nice to be there is to share. Because sometimes you are passing through a situation about being sick or going through a challenge and you feel discomfortable to talk to someone. But over there, everyone is going through something. So you feel absolutely comfortable to talk about being sick or disease or depressed or, and then suddenly we support each other. We become like, wow, this is my family. So this Halloween, the past one, was such a joy environment because we are together. So Ronald McDonald's house has this slogan, keeping families together, close. That's true. We are here to show you this, our experience, what we've been through, and why it's so good to be there. So we kind of would like to show you now what happened to Fred. He wants to show off. Okay, so then, first handing. Yes, and then. Well, thank you very much. That's just a little bit of our gratitude for you, okay?